Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Heri Prayogi, and this is the midterm test of writing for academic paper. But before we start, I'm gonna ask you, ma'am, how are you today? I hope you are in good condition and always be happy for teaching us. Okay, the midterm test is avoiding plagiarism using Mendeley in Indonesian higher education setting. Let's move to the next slide. There are 5 literatures. The first one, Avoiding Plagiarism Using Mendeley in Indonesian Higher Education Setting. A qualitative study based on interviews with Mendeley advisors. It identifies common reasons for plagiarism, like lack of time, laziness, and busyness. And then they highlight how Mendeley can assist students in managing citation and references. The following we have Mendeley as a reference management and citation tool from Kusumaningsih. In this paper, explains Mendeley's features like automatic citation and bibliography creation and its potential to reduce plagiarism by simplifying reference management. And then the following, exploring Mendeley-based thesis supervision model to avoid plagiarism from 2020. This research proposes a supervision model that integrates Mendeley in the thesis writing process to monitor and prevent plagiarism. Next, we have assessing Indonesian university students' preference on Mendeley Reference Manager from Ijazet or conference paper. This survey explores students' preferences in using Mendeley, for example, mobile access, and discusses implications for Mendeley adoption in Indonesian universities. And then we have exploring Indonesian students' perceptions on Mendeley reference management software in academic writing. This paper examines students' perceptions of Mendeley and its role in promoting academics honesty and ethical citation practices. Let's move to the next slides. And then this is the synthesis. Mendeley helps reduce unintentional plagiarism through better citation management. Several studies report that Mendeley's automatic citation and bibliography features make it easier for students to cite correctly, thereby reducing plagiarism caused by negligence or lack of citation knowledge. Mendeley is most effective when supported by training and supervision. Research proposing Mendeley-based supervision models shows that providing software alone is insufficient. Students and supervisors need proper training and consistent integration of Mendeley into writing and assessment processes. The following adoption barriers, limited knowledge, user preference, and habits. Surveys indicates that students often access Mendeley through mobile devices and face usability issues. Factors such as lack of time, motivation, or awareness still lead to plagiarism despite the tools of viability. And then this is the last of the synthesis. Mendeley is part of the solution, not a stand-alone fix. Qualitative studies emphasize that while Mendeley supports citation practices, academic integrity, institutional culture, and ethical education remain crucial for effective preventing plagiarism. Okay, here's the research gaps. Lack of quantitative and controlled evidence on Mendeley's effect on plagiarism reduction. Most existing studies are qualitative and conceptual. Few have used experimental or quasi-experimental designs, comparing pre, post, or control groups to measure outcomes such as similarity index scores or correct citation rates. The following we have limited longitudinal studies on the sustainability of Mendeley training outcomes. Training programs show short-term improvements in citation behavior, but long-term effects, like 6 to 12 months later, are rarely examined. The following we have lack of evaluation on the integration of Mendeley in thesis supervision across disciplines. While a supervision model has been proposed, there is little empirical evidence on how it performs in different academic fields, for example, like social science versus STEM. The fourth one, few comparative studies between Mendeley and other anti-plagiarism tools or strategies. Research comparing the effectiveness of various interventions, Mendeley versus EndNote, Zotero, academic integrity workshops, or detection software is limited. And then the last one, underexplored role of lecturers and supervisors. Most studies focus on students or Mendeley advisors. Few analyze how supervisors use Mendeley in thesis evaluation or what training they need to support its effective use. And here are the references that I used for this presentation. Thank you very much for the time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.